Hi, welcome back to ODE YouTube channel. My name is Paulo and I am here in this channel from Portugal to show you some more pens. Today I have another unboxing of a pen that came from China, and this pen has a specific pattern, striped back pattern. I don't have a striped knife, so I will just use my most recent edition to my Victorinox Alox collection, which is this 2021, and let's see what we have here inside. So the first envelope is out, and now the rest will be always very tight inside this stuff, so I will just cut it through. The pen is not here. I think this is the little string that is on a little velvet pouch, and I will just try to open these and pull the pen out instead of unwrapping all this stuff. And easy. Today it was a very fast unboxing. Now let's see if I don't talk too much. So the pen comes inside this pouch, and let's take it out. And here it is, another plastic bag, and this pen is the Moonman M700. And I think this is a quite interesting pen. It's so light. I was not expecting that. It's a very light pen, actually. So, as I told you, this is a pen with stripes, and you can see the material with the stripes is all over the pen, except for the golden colored bands. And this is an interesting pen. This is another pen with that Parker do fold kind of look. It even has a similar clip. I don't see anywhere engraved Moonman. They usually do that, and I think that is a fair thing to do because they are not confusing themselves with Parker, although the design is highly inspired, but they are not. But in this case I don't see any engraving saying Moonman. However, although the overall design is inspired by Parker and it even has the same clip, this is not made by Parker, this kind of look. So let me just show you a Parker Centennial fold. Here is my big red, which I think it is. You can see the same kind of shape, cylindrical barrel, cap, and I think it has the same kind of parts. It doesn't have a band here, but it is an interesting look. I have to say I like it. So this is the Moonman M700, as I told you. Moonman already delivered some pens on this series. I have here, for example, the Moonman M600 and Moonman M600s, and also the Moonman M1000, which is a very interesting pen. So if I have to show you something that I think it's interesting, I have here the Moonman M600s, which is very similar to a Parker Centennial fold, but it has a Moonman nib. Then we have the Moonman M600 only, without an S, and it has a Schmidt nib, so a German nib, but the pen is the same, although the fitting here is different because these nibs are not completely interchangeable. And then we have the Moonman M1000 here, that has a different shape. It's not Parker do fold kind, and it has a Bock nib. All of them have number 6 nib sizes, and this one, the M700, also has a number 6 size Bock nib. So it is interesting that the Moonman is, it looks like they are sourcing out their nibs more and more, which is interesting for a Chinese brand. However, I have to say that I'm quite happy with Moonman nibs, but I see many people saying that Moonman nibs are too dry. Yes, they are dry. I'm more on the dry side of pens, so I like it. But I think they are going for wok for an extra value. So these pens get a little bit more expensive, but they are quite inexpensive. Okay, it's not really expensive, but this pen costs around 30 or 30 something euros. So it's not inexpensive, but it's not an expensive pen. A Parker Centennial Fold is 500 euros or maybe more, so it's not really that expensive. Okay, this one has a gold nib, but if you think about my Montegrappa Mia, this is a regular edition. It has a steel nib, it's a Montegrappa, so it costs around 300 euros with a steel nib. So you see what I mean. This is not expensive, but it is more on the expensive side for Chinese pens. I think this pattern is quite fun. I like it. I think it looks well made. It has this strange thing of not having a band on the cap. And I always think if there is the risk of over tighten here the barrel and cracking the cap. That's why some caps have bands, but I have to say, when I bought this pen, it reminded me of my Nettuno, my beloved Nettuno 1911 Black Sand, because the Nettuno also has the same kind of shape of a Parker Dufold, and it also has bands on the barrel. And they have these bands with some Gothic arches there, but it has one more band on the cap there, on more ring, and this one has also a ring here on the bottom of the cap. But then you can see there are two rings. These one are decorated, these one are very simple, and this is longer because it's kind of a blind cap that you can remove to operate the piston of the converter. This is a cartridge converter pen, and if you want, you can fill the pen through the end, or you can just unscrew all the barrel. So this is one of my favorite pens. I will leave a link below if you want to watch the review or if you want to buy one. This is a pen that I really love, and I think they have some details in common. And also another thing is that they don't have any rings there on the section, and the Parker Dufold have. So if you ask me what is this pen is inspired in the Parker Centennial Dufold in terms of shape, but then it has some characteristics that remind me more of the Nettuno. So some people will say, oh, that is just a knockoff. No, I don't think it is. It has all the same color, all the same material, no cap band here, two bands on the barrel. So it's a different pen, but it has similarities. If you ask me right now which is the biggest fault of this pen, I would say is not having the mark saying Moonman. And I'm saying that, but I have to check all the details to be sure it doesn't have. But let me just show you up here. I'm talking and sometimes I forget the camera. You can see it has some interesting shades of like a beige, a brown, black and blue. So striped material, it is quite interesting. We will see how it writes. It writes with a Bock nib. I usually like Bock nibs. This one has a Bock nib that I like a lot. And also the Nettuno 1911 has a great Bock nib. So I think I will enjoy this pen. But I will link it up and I will show you in future videos. So this is all I had to show you today. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you will keep coming back to my channel. So see you next video. Bye.